And we're live. I had to just take a breath, bro. I don't even have the fucking bullshit in me to bullshit you. No bullshit. No bullshit. What's up, everyone? I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual psychoanalyst and all great many other things that you can catch in all my other videos. Most definitely, I am the LILITH reincarnated God in the female form, the Dark Goddess. Here teaching you more lessons about celestial sound. Hey, dude, those didn't make... I mean, we knew we had lessons, but the celestial sound card didn't mean shit until I posted it in my community page. Alright, so in order to keep up with me, you had to see what I posted in my community page, my latest live video, and my last short. Wasn't that a good one? She talks about it, and it's the realies, bro. And I was having one of those moments. I have them so many times this year. So many times this year has it happened, where I do this mind shift, my conscious shifts, and I fully am aware that I'm a fucking freak and I am like nobody else and I don't relate to anyone and nobody relates to me. I had them since the moment I woke up, but I've had so many of them, so many conscious shifts in this year alone. It's unreal. And you just do, you become unrelatable. You become a fucking freak. Now, with my freaky deaky stuff, I had posted that psyche and psychoanalyst, Carl Jung is really helping me break through these barriers of my mind that I've never seen before. And that's what helps you elevate to these higher levels of consciousness, is going through these deeper levels of shadows, or the psyche, or he had a word for it, the anima. Anyways, I saw this video. It says why you attract married men. It's like, oh, by Carl Jung, this should be good. And of course, one thing about Carl Jung is he'll teach you to look inside yourself. All your answers are inside of yourself. He spent 6 years to find all the answers in the world inside of himself. Not in a book, but he found more about him. He understood the world so much more after he figured out himself. Now, mind you, he was talking about shit that people couldn't fully comprehend in no kind of way, shape, or form. And we're still studying these understandings now. I'm a walking teaching to his lessons. So anyways, it starts with, yeah, they're all kinds of fucked up. The married man is all kinds of fucked up, and he's playing roles. But what are you doing? And I'm like, ooh, I feel very seen. He's like, why are you entertaining this? What about you is entertaining this? Why do you let this happen? Now, obviously, I came to a breaking point this weekend where I realized this is absolutely unhealthy, and I am entertaining this bullshit, and I will not do so going forward. But he said in the video, he said very importantly, it's like, what's the pattern? That's what we're always trying to do. Break the patterns. Break the patterns. So he says, once you speak it, it releases its hold. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what is it, bro? What is it, bro? What is it? So then I turn on a song, celestial music. It's Jesus culture. It's called Holy Spirit. It's my favorite. I mean, that song has been in activation since every church I ever been to. That song comes on and I will sit there and get deep into the Holy Spirit and cry. I'm one of those people during worship. I don't know if you've ever seen a person do it. I don't know if anyone else does it because I'm experiencing it myself. But during worship music, tears just come from running down my eyes uncontrollably. Really used to suck. I'd put on a lot of makeup and go to church, and then just in the music alone, just tears. Tears of joy, tears of pain, tears, just tears. So that song is very, emotionally activating for me. It always has been. Very spiritual song. And I'm listening to it, and then it just kind of, the fucking mind calms, and you can just see the waters a little clearer. It's like, what is the pattern I play with this guy? And it's so right there on the surface, because he's still playing it. I'm just not playing it. When I attracted Bobby in my life, and this is the whole story, I had given up on men. I told this earlier. I said I used him to empower myself. I used that connection. I needed that connection to empower myself. Exactly how Carl Jung had described it. The chase of it, to be desired, to be wanted. I needed all of that after what I had been through. I needed that excitement. So it was like I wanted something, but I was too afraid of something real. So it was the friends with benefits. I needed a friend, but more than a friend. I needed closeness. So that's the whole thing of friends with benefits, right? And that's where we worked out of. And it worked. And it was all I needed until I would want more, and then it would be unavailable. But as long as I wanted that, it was perfect. We had a perfect thing because I didn't want more. In the essence, I really didn't, because I was scared of more. You know what I mean? So it was a great thing for my situation and whatever his was during that time. So then you go back to it, and it's like, here he becomes available again, where I'm in a place where I could use the attention, but a little bit more. And I entertain this because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to be noticed again, to be seen, to be desired, to be chased. It sparks all of this, you know what I mean? This power inside of me. It sparks this life inside of me. It makes me feel alive again. It reminds me that I am a woman with life inside of me. And so, okay, that's how that happens, but when he comes back, I realize right away I want more than just that. I want more, but he can't give me more. He can only give me what he always gave me, and it should have been enough because it always was enough. But it becomes a problem because I want more. And that's where this whole problem comes. Now you look back at, how do I keep bringing him back in? The videos, bro. I'm all over the place. I really say that I want more, and then you'll see me, especially on a moon day, say, nah, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want Bridge Fit's life. I don't want to get married. I don't want it. And I go right back to that unhealed place, that mindset, and it calls him in. That's where I call him from, of where I need the attention, but I'm too afraid of more. And that's what calls him in too, where he needs the attention too, but he's too afraid of more. We attract the very thing we are. Now, mind you, this didn't all crack until I was listening to that song. So that's what's really intense about those two cards that are sitting in front of me. And then you look at Wolfman. I told you, he's everything that I always fell for. He's me. He's so much me that it gets on my nerves, if you haven't noticed. And that's where the compassion and forgiveness comes. I see nothing but the mirror in him. Mr. Knight of Wands. Who's the Knight of Wands? Who's just trying to have a fun adventure and then leave you and move on? Who's not trying to get attached? Who's just trying to be alive? Houston, we have a problem. And to say that I'm not attracted to fuckboys is stupid. Why would a woman be attracted to fuckboys? Because mentally that's where she is. She's in the same mentality. That's why cougars and fucking, you know what I mean, hook up with these fucking guys in their 20s. Because they're in the same fucking mentality. Just want a little attention. A friendship with a little bit more. Not a full commitment. Not the whole works. Just something that works. Something that you can fit into your time, a booty call. But it's not just that, because if there's anything I've taught you is that sex is a form of love. You feel loved during this time. And it's like a quick fix to all of the unloving times. Ta-da! What do I feel when I'm with him? What feeling? And that's what it said. What feeling are you chasing? And I realized that. And then as much as I look at me, it's like it's completely mirrored. But only from that hurt, you know what I mean, that unhealed place. But unfortunately, it comes back quite often where I'm like, I just want, you know, absolute fucking freedom. And just, you know, I hate to say it, the word that wants to come out is just like a boy toy. Just someone, you know what I mean? That's what it is. My shadow brings him. Who is my shadow? He's just a version, an unhealed version of me. That's what they all are. And that's where the shadow comes out to play. And that's why he sees a different shadow than everybody else. Everybody connects with me in a shadow. I connect with Allie from a rejected place. I connect with Marshall from an angry place. I connect with Wolfman from a fucking superior place. I connect with them all from a fucking hurt place. It's in our unhealed ways that makes us completely alike. But as I heal this, we have nothing in common anymore. I can only relate to you when I'm in that, you know what I mean? I related to you. I was just like you until I wasn't. And it didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of training, but little by little, I became less fiery like Marshall. I became less hurt like Allie. I became less driven like Lewis. I became less needy of attention like fucking Russ. My inner child was actually able to be out. So I didn't need to go to logic to let it be free. I learned how to be the warrior that fucking, you know what I mean, that to break that down, I guess I should say, to break down that warrior, that hard skin, like fucking, what's your fucking face over there? Royce. These mirrors, these men are me, an unhealed version of me. I was supposed to see me in them and heal me and reflect back the healed version back to them so they could learn how to heal themselves. And that's all I can do. And that's what I told him. Just admit it. You just want to fuck. Just admit it, bro. I had to. It's hard to admit it. We said that there was going to be a huge awakening today. I was going through a really unusual day, and then like some of those times, bro, I'll wake up and I'll lay in bed and I'll just like, please God, don't make me go back into the world. Those are those heavy shifts of perception. It's like I can't see the world like I did before I went to sleep. I can't. I'm awake now and I can't. Please don't shove me out there as fresh meat. They don't even know what I'm talking about. You can always tell when I'm going through an enormous awakening because I feel completely detached and I feel like you're not going to get me and I'm wasting my time with you. There's certain videos that'll come out like, I've just got to do this even though you don't understand this. Those, you can see them so many times in my videos. These huge shifts where I feel like mentally I'm so far away from you and I'm just being forced to teach you something you don't understand. And that's what I shared in my shorts. It's like once you discover this thing, it makes you all powerful, but the power is that you're set apart by the understanding of this thing. The more that I understand myself, the more I have an understanding for everyone around me, but the more it sets me apart from everyone, because now that part of me that related to you, that was just like you, I've just completely demolished and no longer exists. Now I can relate to you with an understanding, but I'm not in that mindset with you anymore. Like we can't sit down and have coffee and talk shit no more. I wouldn't know what to say. I'm not in that mindset. My mind doesn't think like that anymore. That's what that means. I don't think like that anymore. Like I couldn't even come up with a thought in that subject anymore because I'm not in that subject of thought. And that's the higher levels of consciousness. So with what just happened, and I know this for sure, something this huge, I shift consciousness, which is how fucking higher can I go? But I knew I was leaving Metatron because it wasn't just me and Metatron sitting face to face all day. So I knew I was learning something and shifting out of something. Then we shifted into Pluto. And, you know, it's funny because it's the seraphim and all they do is sing God's praises. And I'm in there listening to, you know, God's praises, and it all makes sense. Things only make sense when I'm in the spirit. I have to take this world and make sense of it. But the things of this world are, you know, I have to process them through the mind. But then after I make, you know what I mean, I process it, it's like, it's, I don't know how to say it. Like deleted information. Like, it's like you spend all this time on a case file, right? Which is just you, trying to figure out a part of you, why you do this. And that's what I had shared yesterday about Einstein. It wasn't that he was the smartest, he was the most intuitive. He would let a question come into his head and he would spend endless hours trying to figure it out. And that's what I do, is I question myself. I spend endless hours trying to figure out myself. That's what makes me the psychoanalyst. I'm spending endless hours analyzing my psyche, the thoughts that come into it, just as Carl Jung did. Maybe it'll take me 6 years to do this too. I feel like I could do it better. That Kobe mindset, we could do this. We can do it better. We'll figure this out better than they did. We have better tools. We have each other. That's how we look at it. And the beat goes on. You take this big ass file and this big ass case and you've been looking at forever, and then you finally file it away. It's not a missing person. It's not a question. It's not, you know, you were looking for it. You're putting all the evidence together to close this. You're looking for closure. You're trying to figure it out and let it go. Put it away. You need to know all the pieces of what it is. You can't just file it away unfinished, as unfinished business. The longer I stay in an unavailable mindset, the more unavailable men I'll attract. Because really, I'm attracting from there. I want something. I want the attention. I want sex. And that's what I'm getting, is men that can give me just that. When I want more, I'll get more. But it's aligning it. It's not that I don't want it. It's that the fears hold that as a, you know, it's the mixed signals. You know what I mean? It's like your brain really fucks up your manifestations. It gets in the way. The thoughts get in the way of your Well, you could say that they create them, but you're creating from your heart. But your mind can dilute that shit. When I manifested Wolfman, I manifested him from an unhealed place. I've got to be honest. I wanted a man to come take me to the next level, but break me free from these men. At that moment, was I even close to seriously wanting that relationship that I'm supposed to be wanting? No. Fearfully, no. I don't even know where. No. Because as soon as he came, he freaked me out. I didn't even see down the pipe hole. I saw the possibility of sex and was still freaked out about sex. So the idea of that, I saw him as a husband, and I told him within the first couple of messages. I was like, I thought you were going to be my emperor. I just got a Knight of Wands. Not realizing that I was a Knight of Wands. I got exactly what I wanted at that time. And he is exactly like me. It's crazy. It's very crazy. So much he gets on my nerves. Really? Yeah. It's like looking at a whole version of me. That's why I was like, we have a gay-ass relationship. This is too... You're trying to do my job. You're trying to be me. You're trying to put your authority above me. You're trying to overshine me. And you're not even a piece of me. But he's just like me. Oh, God, he probably ran the same streets of Dago as I did. Ate at the same fucking taco shops. Isn't that hilarious? It's not. I mean, it is. I love you, whatever. But I'm trying to master this shit. I'm a master manifester, but I keep manifesting from a hurt place, is what's happening. I need to align this. You do understand this, right? It's like there's the dark part of me that just wants to fuck around, and then there's the Lilith that's just gonna fuck you and leave. And then there's this part of me that God's creating that's like, no, I'm gonna be the perfect wife. And Lilith's like, yeah, no, 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 hell no, not this lifetime. But I'm still here working on it. But Lilith said, like, the mindset is not, we're not really, I want it, but not really there yet. And that's what keeps happening. I need practice. He keeps coming in as practice. I'm like, wait. Turns into some Dahmer shit. I'm like, I want to keep you till the next day, not just one day. Oh, man. Hurt places. And as I say this, there's no fucking twin flame that wants to admit that they're all fucked up like this, and that's why they're in a third-party relationship. Yeah, you don't want to hear that, twin flame community. You and your karmics, right? You don't want to hear their karmics. You don't want to hear that that's your problem, that you're calling in this. That's where it is. What the fuck? How did I get caught up in this? How did I get caught up in this? Because I was fit for the role, just to be the fucking side chick. Because I didn't need nothing else. I just needed a side piece of dick. And I didn't even know it. That's what I mean. When he said he wouldn't give me what I expected, I started crying like a kid and didn't even know where this was coming from. And then I realized I did want him sexually. He brings out my shadows. You fucking Scorpio. Thanks. Thanks. You're healing me for the next guy. How's that feel? Because you're not the healed guy on the other end of this. And that's really what it is. Marshall, are you healing anything? Jesus Christ. Anyways, no. Nobody wants to deal with themselves on these type of levels, bro. Nobody wants to look at the ugly version of, oh, this is your fault. Oh, I did this. Why did I do this? Why do I keep doing this? What is wrong with me? I won't sit there. That's what got me in this whole mess. Since the day one. What is wrong with me? That is exactly what got me here. That fucking question in the very beginning. I'll say something, I'll do something, and question the shit out of it. Why the fuck did I do that? I didn't know I was going to do it until I did it. And now I'm really trying to figure out why the fuck I did it. I'm sure it's a regular response from me to you. But I'm not understanding why I responded in that type of way, and I need to figure this out. And it could take me a couple days or weeks or months to figure out why I do the shit I do. But I'm going to figure this out. Why the fuck did I do that? How come you said that? Why do you act like that? I woke up very unpleased with my behaviors, and I questioned every one of them. And once I got in there, it was, oh man. Then you put the psyches in there, the things I was questioning, which was all broken fragment pieces of my mind. This is going to take me a lifetime, I just want you to be aware of. But, unlike you, I have success at this. Why? Because I don't stop. I don't stop trying to figure this shit out until I figure it out. And then once I figured it out, alright, I know now. I know better. I know what I didn't know before. I can't fix anybody outside of me. I can only learn how to fix myself and show other people. But the type of fucking dedication it takes, it's like, I can't expect you to do this. Who's got time to sit around all day working on their fucking thoughts and feelings and questioning why the fuck they are the way they are? God made me give up everything so I could do this. But in doing this, I'm doing the works of the gods, and I'm doing godly work. I need a godly pay so that people get off my fucking ass. I felt that earlier. It was this video. I could hear people in their condemnation. If you don't stop trying to burn a witch and shit, like, quit burning me. I'm fine. Realistically, and I just want to point out, Why? It's some petty shit, but I've been watching it all day and I'm a petty bitch. Really, I'm like fucking super petty. How petty? Alright. Diana asked me to borrow some money on fucking Friday until Monday. She's like, can I borrow 40 bucks? And I look at her and my Holy Spirit's like, you better not give her 40 bucks. Tell her you could give her 20, because I don't think she's going to give that shit back. I was like, alright, Holy Spirit. I was like, I could give you 20. So I give her 20 bucks. I've seen her like 3 times today and she ain't said shit. Is it my responsibility to go tell you, hey, where's that money you said you was going to give me back? No, it's not. But I just want to say, it's like, you have my mind, which is a pain in the ass to deal with, but then you got the Holy Spirit, which is even worse for you to have to deal with. Since it's like, stop stressing me about money. I ain't even stressing nobody else about money. Why are you stressing me about money? It's like, you broke bitch. What are you talking about? I'm so full of gold right now. I'm a fucking gold mine, and I'm a master manifester. Do you see the shit that I'm pulling into my life? Isn't it amazing? I'm praying for this shit in my silent spaces, and it is appearing like gold. It's kind of not, but... I'm trying to... We're gonna get this. In the essence, I love you, but no, dude. And that's why I said, why isn't he getting this? Why is he just not getting this? Why is he not getting this? I couldn't understand. I was like, you're in a pattern. I don't know what's going on with you. He's exactly the dude he always was. He's just married with kids now. And that's a sad thing to say. You're supposed to get married and change those ways. Whatever, dude. I can't help you. And you're not helping me. You are definitely... You helped me get this far, but you're holding me back from, something real. That's it, too. Like, this isn't real, bro. It's just fun and games. It's just, like, all, like, illusions and passion and, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you type shit. That's not... come on. Go fuck your wife. That's what I want to do. I want to fuck the shit out of a husband, not somebody else's husband. That's weird. Some fucking weird fucking role play I decided I wanted. I didn't. Some fucking Lilith shit. Some Lilith shit. What are you gonna be for fucking Halloween? Fucking Lilith? Fucking homewrecker? I had to become what I always was and heal that shit. I just want to point that out. I didn't know that I had this in me. I went to Predators. Can't even spell right now. Magic, yeah. Low what? What was that? Low surf. That's what we're... Surf and turf is what we got right here. Fucking fish and chips. Oh, we're in the Hecate, aren't we? We so are. It's the fucking those days. It's the end of the month, right? Yup. Life force. Alright, dude, these lessons are seriously long lessons. I bought these at the fucking thrift store. Look at the size of this book, bro. Seriously? And you saw them. They're little fucking pogs. They're little fucking... You can't even see the edge. Like, they pushed them out of a fucking cereal box. Not much was put into the fucking design of these. But the message is clear. How clear? 4 pages. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4. On each one, yeah, we're going to be here a while. Take a drink. Pull your bra off. Adjust your pants, whatever you're about to get. Grab a pillow. Oh, no. Seriously, yeah, I just can't put them away. I have to, they came out for a reason. I have to say this to get them to go away. Otherwise, I'll have to do it tomorrow. Things don't just go away. You must understand that. Alright, here we go. This is just the basic meaning. Who wrote this? Damn, it was like fucking 1980s. Nancy Clemens. She had a connection with the dolphins. I connect to the birds. That works. Alright, our learning, whatever lesson or lessons that we're teaching ourselves right now. Lessons coming directly or more subtly. Through the mirroring of people or events around us, taking classes in school, learning from a mentor, doing an apprenticeship, or being enrolled in the school of life. I think we're here. Congratulations. Making the transition from learning the hard way to learning the easy way. That's what we really need. The fun way. Learning from observation or benefits from another person's lessons. Oh, we see them do it. We're like, oh, I'm not going to do that. If that's what happens, we shall not do that. Learn from my lessons, people. All right, here we go. We can allow our mistakes to become our stair steps to higher levels of awareness, behavior, and performance. We have no need to carry the heavy weights of guilt and shame around our neck. We learn from our mistakes, as it is part of being human. We move on, wiser and better. Guys, sorry. I really want to clown on you right now, but I'm already in the shit pool myself, so that's not really funny. But you really need to catch your patterns and learn from your mistakes, okay? I do this all the time. I make a mistake and I learn from it. I make a mistake and I learn from it. We don't lose, we learn. And I heard we get loves. Sounds like something Lewis would say. Alright, love you. Alright, as we refuse to be blamed, shamed, and induced to guilt, we may even come to thinking of mistakes as simply experiences and learning. That's why it's like, oh, that was one hell of an experience. Did you learn something? Yeah, I sure did. Other people would say that was like the biggest mistake of your life. Hey, that was a monumental experience and I learned a lot. Thank you very much. The award goes to me. You were never there to witness what I actually endured during those moments of triumph. Which is what? Me falling on my face? Did you see this? Don't look at me. Oh. It's like going down a water slide and you're fucking... It was like unbelievable for you to be brave enough to go down it, but then you get on the other side and your fucking bathing suit came off. Like, don't look at me. This is a very proud moment for me. That's a perfect example, Respucia. That was a good one. I like that. Did you? Alright. It was a mistake. That's it. I fucked up. When faced with decisions, it is good to fine-tune our own awareness by checking in with our gut feelings and intuition. As a result, we may have a better chance at a harmonious flow of beneficial learning instead of a more painful learning experience. When we are in resistance to learning our lessons, sometimes out of stubbornness or staying stuck in habitual self-destructive patterns. That's it. Like, how long were you going to do that? I don't know. I couldn't figure out why I was doing it to begin with. I kept trying not to. I spent 2 years avoiding these lessons, bro. I spent 2 years not trying to talk to the married man. That's the worst. Oh, and end up, damn, I'm right back here. Why? Because I told you, I had fuckboy 1 or fuckboy 2. We had the upgrade or the downgrade. I downgraded. Does this mean I get to fuck the other boy? No, we need to heal this. If I don't get out of this mindset, I'm never going to get married. Just be fucking around with boys all the time. Damn it. And Allie, the fact that you pulled out a bunch of fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards. No, you pulled out a bunch of fucking Pokemon cards. It made my skin crawl. It made me feel like a pedophile. Like 150,000%. It was like my kids would tear up your Pokemon cards. It's a collector's item. You sound like someone that goes to Comic-Con. Have you been to San Diego's Comic-Con? You should probably partake in some shit like that. Hey, make friends with Goofball over there. Logic. You'll have a great time down there. Have some carne asada fries. They're the best. Alright. Or California burrito. It's the fries in a tortilla. It's the best. Go with the green salsa. It's better than the red salsa. Alright, anyways, our lessons become more and more crisis-oriented. Yeah, that was a fucking crisis in my life. In extreme, this type of inner revolution, that's it. Why do you keep thinking he's going to be anything more? I don't know. Why is he not enough? I don't know. And that's where it is. Oh. Oh, what? I just saw myself in the mirror. Oh, no. Why do you give up on relationships? Thanks, Cubby. Because they're not worth the fight. Why? Because I fought so hard, you guys. I fought 2 times for like 10 years to make broken relationships work. I don't want to. I feel like if it's broken, it's broken. If it doesn't work from the beginning, I don't want to do. I spent over 20 years of my life trying to make relationships work. Longer than that, I've spent my whole life trying to make relationships that didn't work. I would bend and break and do everything I could to keep people in my life. I feel like now I'm fully aware that, there's a huge possibility that my personality alone, will trigger you into walking out of my life. I've had to come to that acceptance in the last week, and that was last weekend's rejection lessons. I inherently push people away. I do it for fun, and I do it consciously and unconsciously. My very existence, and I'll use my existence to do it purposely, but it just does it. My impulsive behaviors and my over-the-top extreme, personality is triggering and offensive, and it makes people want to run away. And that's okay, because it's just a mirror of their own self, and they're running from their self, not me. I've learned that far. But in the essence of, what did I see? I saw Marshall. When I realized there couldn't be any more, I just left it alone. I didn't even try. And that's what I tell him once every couple weeks. There's nothing to try for, bro. And it's really it. It's like, if I'm not going to be the one that does all the work. I can do all of this work, and if nothing works, then it never worked. I gave it my literal best. And my best good enough. And that's okay, because it just wasn't going to work. When you give it your best, bro, your full best, you can't blame yourself anymore. You can't sit there and like, oh, maybe I should have, maybe I could have, maybe I shouldn't have, maybe if I did this. Dude, you know how many times I tried? I tried everything. I extended all my resources, everything. Broke my pride. I did everything I could to build a relationship with you and probably everyone before you and after you. There's a non-relatable connection that comes with me. It's like we can only relate for so long until I, drift into my, a different mindset. But if you look at it, it's like I can go and be, and escape in his DMs. I can go and escape in each of them. They're like an escape method for me because they understand me. They get where I'm coming from. Only they get me. It's a place where I can feel free. It's just a place to escape, though. Because that's what it is. It's like I can go over there and be something in his DMs with him, but then I have to leave there and come back to my reality where he is not. And who is he? All of them. We only meet in my pain, in my unways. But when I'm healed, there's nobody like me. There's nobody to be in that energy. In extreme cases, this type of inner revolution can spiral us down into a pit of despair and hopelessness. That's where it can be. You can get real hopeless being the only one of your kind. But yet, I'll try to fake it. I'll try to pretend. And especially with Bobby, I'll take off all the spirituality just to be a girl and have an experience. Just to feel like, you know what I mean? Like the rest of this isn't, you know what I mean? I can escape all of this. I'm getting fucked up here. Are you? Yeah, it's just my own truth. But do you realize I solve one problem only to find out my escapisms and how I'm running away. This is lovely. Try to deal with one problem, find 10 more. Damn it, Beavis. We're never going to be done with this, are we? No, never. That's what I try to explain. It's like I spend my whole life doing this. And when I'm done doing it, I'm analyzing other people around me. You're not safe from me. You're not safe from what I am. And that's the truth seeker. I'm seeking to understand. When I'm done looking at me, I look at the world and it makes no sense. So I spend the rest of the time trying to understand the world. And that's why I just don't. I stay in between. It's like I'd rather understand the other, bring the understanding from the other worlds to this world, because that's where I find it. Like, where did I get this? From a dead guy that I've been working with for a long time, or that's been working with me. However you choose to see it. Did I invoke? Okay, I did. This is that very spirit I called for. I called for 2 spirits. I wanted to connect with his spirit. I was told that his conscience to an actual human being here on earth. But I could still connect with the spirit. But most of it, you know what I mean? He put his spirit into a conscious being here on earth. But the spirit, the original spirit, just like my higher self. You can connect with Kali without going through me. But in essence, if you want to know the true essence of it, is to catch the conscious person. You know what I mean? Wouldn't you rather meet the actual flesh? But I have to wait until he's awoken to that. Which means what? There's a person that does not know that they were Carl Jung. They still have the mindset, and they're doing all the works. They're replacing all the information from that to take that information to the next level. When they get to that level, they'll realize who they were, and then we can have these conversations. But you can't just walk up to a fucking stranger and tell them, especially someone in science like this, and tell them, I know you from a past life. I've been trying to connect with you. Kind of creepy. I mean, not like my DMs aren't already. God said to talk to you. You came up in my video. I'm a channeler. I'm a messenger of God, and you came in through my messages. It's kind of how those messages typically look. Anyways, wow. No, I did. I asked for Carl Jung and Crowley at different times, not together. I wanted to connect with their spirit to have an understanding of what their spirit was here on earth, what their work was. I needed to understand what their work was and where it got carried on. Because I had seen so much of Carl Jung through all of my, all of my books. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. I need to understand him. And I understood that everyone that had took magic in a different direction had learned from Crowley. So I was trying to connect with Crowley. Same thing. He's incarnated. That conscious is in a person. They've been training him, though. He's in a whole cult and some more shit. It was kind of like the Avatar thing. They knew he would come to life in this particular time. They brought him to life, if anything. Creepos. Who cares? When he wakes up, he's not going to be happy with you. You think he's going to be your savior, bro. He's going to fucking kick your ass for this shit. In essence, you don't just be forcing spirits to come and fucking help your life be better. That's not how we work. He's not going to be happy. But anyways, that's what had happened. But I can still connect with the higher self. And that's it too. I have no connection with Russ. But I can connect with Lucifer. I can connect with who they were before they became this hard shell of a soul. Their higher selves talk to me all the time. Them, not so much. Alright. We have a hard time facing our fears and weaknesses, thus adopting avoidance and distraction. We may even accept or rationalize something that actually compromises our integrity and violates our inner being. When we find ourselves in this state, we need to become very honest with ourselves and ask, what is wrong with our life? Are we perpetuating negative or addictive behavior which we refuse to face? Are we blaming others for our problems? Are we complaining all the time and turning off our friends? Are we replaying different versions of original childhood dysfunction over and over again? Do we need some form of inspiration to get out of our self-destructive patterns? At times, we need intervention to break the cycle we live in, such as counseling a loved one and caring for a good friend, or some positive steps to enhance our self-esteem. Stop there. This is where science goes crazy on me. You did all this by yourself? Yeah. Like, how did you do this? The spirits, they can't deny it. There's no way I could have done this. I was not trained to do this. There's no way I would have had... I never put in the understanding to do this kind of psychological work on myself. There's no way. They'll have to know, and that's where they have to admit there's something bigger than her helping her do this. Yeah, there always was. This is way bigger than me. And sometimes I don't understand what it is. I just keep doing it. And this is what got me to the spirit, just like it did him. All I was trying to do was figure out myself, my life, how I felt and why I thought the way I thought. That's all I did. And I'm so far in it, it's like, science and medicine are going to be astonished. But they're astonished because they're going to be meeting a soul that did nothing but apply their science and non-medicine to it. Not really. I didn't take medication to get here. A stimulant to it was like a perfect cocktail in the beginning, I suppose. I took the stimulant that stopped the that stopped the psychotic episodes, which was the shifting of the personalities. They couldn't shift as normal.
They're called alters.
Yeah, whatever. And that's, and then in order to handle the overwhelming repressed emotions that I had never felt before, I took the psilocybin. You know what I mean? As a calmer, I always smoked marijuana and tobacco. That's it. That's all in the file. When did you stop taking the stimulant? Pretty quickly. I don't know. It's in the videos. I wasn't on the diet pill for too long. I realized that it didn't matter. One day, I was really tired, and I realized it wasn't helping. It wasn't giving me energy. So I stopped taking it. And then I stopped taking the mushrooms after the last altar had came out. Why? Because it blew up on Tree, and he was my connection. So I just had no choice but to stop. And that was it. And that's when I just started the science of it. So there wasn't much medication to, I didn't self-soothe at all. I wasn't drinking, none of that shit. I was hardly coping with all of the emotional overload and the memories. It was just unreal. It was a whole lifetime of repressed trauma that just kept pouring out, one after another after another. It was fucking me up. And they still do. They're brand new memories. They're memories, but they're brand new experiences. For me, I never seen this shit in my fucking life. And the feeling that comes with it is unfucking bearable. To see myself in such a compromised position. It's unfucking bearable. And to see it at all ages. It never stops. I could see myself at fucking 4 years old, 5 years old, 7 years old, fucking 20-something years old, looking back at this motherfucker fucking me over in my 30s. Jesus Christ. If I wouldn't have woken, it wouldn't have stopped. None of this would have stopped. How did it stop? Me stopping the patterns. That's what's so important. You know what I mean? These are unhealed. It was an unhealed way of life, an unhealed way of acceptance. I have to stop all that. Hey, can you turn that down just a bit? You're welcome to my headphones if you'd like. All right, let's see. Our lessons may be to improve our existing situation by making radical changes and moving on to the potentially frightening realm of the unknown. We may overcome our insecurities simply by allowing ourselves to be empty for a while. We will be open to filling our empty cup with good medicine for the next set of lessons. Told you that's what's happening. It's a flush. They're going to empty my cup and get me ready for the next set of lessons. I said that exactly those words last night. When our lessons seem to be coming to us in the form that are too painful, we may need to go deep inside and answer some difficult questions. What if we keep reaping someone else's bad karma by being associated with their troubled attitude and self-destructive behavior? Stop. Milia,
What?
listen. What if you're reaping someone else's bad karma by being associated with their troubled attitude and self-destructive behavior? That's what I was trying to jump on you about in the text messages today. This has nothing to do with you, and you're not going down with this fucking girl because you feel bad for her. If you get her out of trouble now, I don't care, and I'm gonna tell the principal that he should know when a child is lying to him. In the essence, what happened? Her little friend got caught with the vape. Two of her friends got caught with the vape, and she told them, just say it was mine. What the fuck? The fuck is wrong with you?
She's gonna get in trouble.
She's trying to save her friends for trouble by putting herself in trouble. And I was like, that's going to put you in a lot more trouble than them. Their fucking parents don't care that they vape. They buy them for them. You're going to get in a lot more trouble than they are. You're not fucking taking the fall for these fuckheads. And that's just it. I did the same thing, and I had to tell her my story. That's how I got kicked out of school in 8th grade. We went to the stock show. It was an 8th grade trip to the Denver stock show, which is what? That's just what they call it. It's the National Western Complex stock show. It's like the Super Bowl of the rodeo. The rodeos go all over, the circus goes all over, and then they come to Colorado in January for 3 weeks, and it's the big fucking showdown, right? What is it? Agriculture and shit. Anyway, so they take us all on an 8th grade trip. No, 6th grade. What grade was I? 8th grade. Because, yeah, it was before high school. And we all go, and we're not fucking doing this, so we decide to ditch. And we decide to go, somebody buys a peace pipe at the fucking, there's all this Native American shit. Somebody buys a peace pipe there, and we go down behind the fucking, the railroad tracks, and we're down there smoking weed. The problem was, it was like 25 of us that ditched this motherfucker. It wasn't like 3 or 4. We took the whole fucking class down there, right? So when we get back, they start questioning these kids. Where was everybody? Where was everybody? What was everybody doing? Whatever. I was a girl that carried a backpack like it was a purse. And so when we get back, Joey tells me, before we get back, Joey says, here, hold the pipe for me. I was like, all right. We get back, and within a couple of minutes, they come and grab me, and Joey has snitched me out. It wasn't even me. Corey had the money and gave it to Joey, and Joey told me to hold it. Corey was a fucking straight A fucking prissy motherfucker. Totally fucking Corey Kostrowski. You could look him up on the internet. I'm sure he's an absolute success, this bastard. Why? Because he was just raised to be that fucking Highlands Ranch type asshole. Anyways, never got in trouble ever. He gives it to me, and I'm on my last straw. I keep getting suspended. I keep getting in trouble. And this is the last straw. They open my backpack, and I have a fucking marijuana pipe. And this is way before legalization. I didn't catch a charge, but I got expelled from school. And that changed my life. My mom ended up getting me a fucking job, an under-the-table job where I did clerical for the rest of the year. I was like the first person to ever have a bank account and money coming in. That Christmas was fun. But that fucked up my life. And it was like, I didn't even have money for weed. I didn't have a pipe. I didn't have nothing. But because I was with them and I chose to, help them out, it fucked my life up. And Joey got suspended too. Joey got expelled. He got moved to Arizona, dude. His family went crazy on him and moved him to Arizona. Corey would have got in-school suspension, bro. He would have got, like, the minimal slap on the hand if he would have fucking really took the fucking fall for what he did. But instead, we got fucked for just being friends with this cool kid. Well, oh, yeah, he was real cool.
Everything on my record is just a whole bunch of mental problems that they've done over the past year.
That's
like, that
lovely.
one time they told you to bring me to a mental hospital, it's on my record.
I know, they always are. Because you want to talk some stupid shit at the school.
Yeah, my teacher.
You should like to say those trigger words that they want to call in all the fucking people.
I did, though.
All right, let me finish this. So anyways, like, as it says right here, you're reaping someone's bad karma by being associated with their troubled attitude and self-destructive behaviors. If we live with a drug dealer, we may go to jail with them, even if we have nothing to do with the drugs. This could be seen in karma by association. That's what I said, you're guilty by association. If I ever want to look at, it doesn't matter what you look like. I look at your friends to find out who you really are. I look at the people around you because they're more obvious. They're far more obvious than you are. And that's it. You know what I mean? I told this was a huge message to fucking Marshall that divided us. You didn't want to hear this, bro. You need to get away from your friends. They're fucking losers. They're keeping you down. Their association to you brings them up. And it wasn't even me that had this conversation. It was Tupac that came to him and told him to get the fuck away from Dre and Snoop. And then it just got bigger, showing that all his friends weren't shit. These ain't shit friends. He carried their dicks all the way through because he needed someone to stand by him. We're all guilty of some bullshit like this. How's the mirror feel? He didn't want to hear that, bro. He didn't want to hear that. If you were to look at yourself like I'm standing right here, and it's like, you know, you stand there with your closest your top 5 friends. And it says so much about you, Marshall. Out of all the people in the world that know you, this is who you choose to roll with. Oh, these are my day ones. You never grew up. You never outgrew these motherfuckers. Obviously, they didn't grow up. Obviously, they didn't grow up. But neither did you. You have the same mindset as these washed up rappers that are out on the internet fucking looking for attention. Oh my God. And that was my ego death. With Marshall. I thought he was better than everyone. I didn't realize he was just like everyone. You put these people above yourself and above all things. You know what I mean? I realized, you know, my favorite moment was Joe and fucking 50 Cent at the fucking game. These big talking shit, these big shit talking bitches, bro. Always on the internet talking shit about each other and everybody else. And God aligns these two right in front of each other. And these some ain't saying shit bitches. And I look to Marshall like, these your best friends? And then I look at all the rest of his friends and how they act. And it's like, Jesus Christ. Are they Are they less than him? No. That's how he acts, bro. He is just like 50 Cent, out there talking to shit on the internet about all kinds of fucking people. That's what I realized, dude. He's a whole girl. They're a bunch of girls. They don't even pull out guns and beat up people. They just come out here talking shit on the corner, you know what I mean, rapping. It's a rap. It's not a rap, bro. That's all you do. All his whole crew, anybody that's ever been associated with Eminem are shit talkers, bro. Just like him. But they're just talking shit. They've actually never done anything. What, 50 Cent got shot? For talking all that shit. Talk all that shit on our block, you're not going to make it. You can't run your mouth like that over here. Maybe in Detroit. You're lucky you got away with that shit in Detroit. Maybe on some Hollywood status. But you don't talk. That's some petty ass, bitch ass. You're a whole bitch. That's divine feminine, distorted feminine energy that's coming off that man. If he is one. And then you look at all of them. They're a crew. They were originally a crew together. You don't even know the name of my band. G-Unit. They come out being gay. In the sense of, well, I mean, one of them really did. But in the sense of their actual feminine energies. There's no masculine energy being had in this whole fucking situation. And then you wonder, here comes Pac, wonder why we call you bitch. No, and then you think about the bitches that they keep around. Are they women that they can control, or women that control these bitches? Your girlfriend better come get you. What kind of lip gloss do you need to go with that man purse around your little belly there? I said it. And that's it. It's like I can tell you so much more about you by just looking at your crew. Really? Mm-hmm. Then you got Russ. He couldn't make a friend outside of his family. Talk about inbred. Inbred. Mm-hmm. Never. One and done, right? Has he ever had another girlfriend? Has he had any experiences? Has he done anything? No, bro. No, bro. No, they have not mentally... They haven't evolved. And you can see it. Down to Mike Stud and his wife. I can't wait to see this man. This man that runs you. It's got to be a masculine energy because you're too feminine. Somebody's got to wear the pants in this relationship. And it definitely ain't you. You're a go-with-the-flow kind of girl, right? Anyways, in the essence, don't get me wrong. I want a nice man in his feelings, but I don't want this distorted men in their feelings that are out here being straight bitches. Hell to the motherfucking no. No, not for me. But that's what it is you look at them and it's like, you haven't grown. You're still with the same people with the same mentality doing the same shit that you was doing in high school, bro. You're still talking that same shit. I sound like you, Marshall. Isn't that what you said on Eminem? You're just on the corner, right? You're the 8 Mile. You're just on the corner. We're just sitting here talking shit. That's all you ever did with your whole life. You're all 50s and above talking the same old shit about the same people. What was it? The Benny Benzino and shit? Like, you're bringing up old names. Like, this is unhealed fucking wounds. Like, this is like you're holding grudges to shit that never even happened because somebody said something you didn't like. Yeah, we've been through a lot, haven't we, my friend? How's that working out? You still name dropping people? You still angry about other people's success and what they might have said to you or about you in their lifetime? Why is this about me? Isn't everything about you? Just kidding. Let's move on. We know we have power over changing and transforming ourselves, our attitude, our thinking, what we choose to do with our day, and how we treat other people and ourselves. But what do we do with the problem of someone close to us? Most of us have learned that we can't control or change anyone else. Often, when we have tried to change someone, we find that they go deeper into resistance, becoming hostile or displaying passive-aggressive behaviors towards us. Everyone ends up frustrated and not getting what they want. What if the other person is acting out an old, unresolved childhood issue, their mother, father, or some other relative, on us? That's it. You're playing some shit on me. You're patterning on me. And what is it? You're bleeding on me, bro. Hurt people hurt people. You're coming from a hurt place and you're hurt. You're trying to, you're taking out your hurt on me for someone else that hurt you. That's what this means. If we are receiving this type, and I'm guilty of it. I took out my hurt. The last one was Wolfman. I took out all my hurt on him. He didn't even know me. He resembled everything that ever hurt me, and I let him have it. And I ended up in spiritual court for some shit like that. You shall too. Oh, you're going to court for this. You can't be taking out your feelings on God's people. Really? Could you have said anything meaner? That's all they said to me. When I ended up in judgment, it was judgment. It's a place. It's a conscious level. It's a conscious reality. It's a place. In conscious reality. You might end up there when you're dead, or maybe in this lifetime. It's like, here's it. This is it. This is the accusations. This is all they said to me. Could you have said anything worse to that man? And I laughed in their face and said, I think so. I think I could have. And that was the wrong motherfucking answer. Okay, sit her down and let her see what she's been doing. And they just kept replaying it over and over. I laughed at it for at least the first 50 times we played it. I thought it was the funniest thing I've ever done. Until the shit was not funny anymore. It's like, why am I watching this? What did I do wrong? What? She's not getting it. Keep playing it until she figures out what she's done wrong. And that's, that's God's judgment. But that's what you got to do too on a Monday. Figure this out. Not what you did wrong, but what you need to do better. Welcome. Welcome. Anyways, and that's it too. It's like I tried really hard to push these guys into healing, and then I just gave up. What if the other person is acting out? Yeah. We may also be projecting old, unconscious material on our friend or partner. If it goes both ways, no one feels seen or appreciated for who they truly are. This is double trouble. The lesson is getting ourselves clear inside, free from old patterns, angers, resentments, fears, and insecurities. We all have our own homework to do. We can't do the homework for someone else. All we can do is stop blaming them and get busy on our own program. We can ask to learn our life lessons gracefully. We are trying to learn forgiveness. Are we trying to learn forgiveness, self-love, respect, trust, generosity? Each of us have lessons in life. And as much as I said that, as much as I don't trust him, I guarantee you he doesn't trust me either. This goes both ways. I promise you, he doesn't trust me either. Is everything that I'm scared of, he's scared of too. It's a fucking mirror. Full mirror. 100%. Right? We also may be projecting blah, 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 lessons, clear ourselves out. Told you that earlier. Don't worry about your outside, worry about your inside. Let's see. What if our lesson is to overcome anger? What if its roots are buried in unbearable pain and betrayal? Sometimes we inadvertently set ourselves up to be angry again and again, or we may make unreasonable demands on others that they won't fulfill so we can justify our anger addiction. We may get angrier and angrier over time and end up feeling cut off from our own heart energy. I saw something real basic in that where it says we may make unreasonable demands on others. Here's an example. This is very petty again, but it's like I expect my kids to fold the clothes the way I fold the clothes. And they just can't figure it out. And I just get angry, expecting them to do it. I can allow them to fold their clothes that way and put them away so I don't have to see them and it's not my fucking problem. I can allow that to be that way. Or I can keep getting angry because they just can't learn to do it my way. And it pisses me off. And you know what I typically do? I just fold the clothes myself. So I don't have to get angry. And there's different ways to doing this, but that's what that means, is putting these unreasonable expectations. They don't have to do it my way. I want them to do it that way because I feel like my way makes them better, but it really doesn't matter if they don't give a fuck about fucking, you know what I mean, how they look at going to school. And that shit pisses me off anyways. They won't wear the clothes that I bought to match. They'll just put on whatever the fuck. And it's like, are you wearing fucking New Balance and Puma and Nike at the same fucking time? There's a whole outfit to each of those. What are you doing right now? He don't give a fuck. And he's got 2 different socks on, too, that are showing. Didn't I teach you better? They don't give a fuck. It's like, I expect you to do it my fucking way. I don't do this, but I'm serious. I'll just look at him like, you fucking serious? Why didn't you just do... God damn it, fuck it. It's not worth the fight. That's how I am. Like, I don't want you to go out there looking goofy. That's why I bought you a full outfit that matches all the way. You don't match, not no way. Can you just do it my way? No, I look cool, Mom. Fine. It's not worth the fight. But I don't even give it to him, and it happens in my head. I just kind of like, do you really want to open your mouth about this? Does it even matter? But sometimes it's just that stupid. It's like, you know that they physically can't do the dishes your way. Like, every time they do the dishes, they're not going to wipe down the fucking stove or the counters. And yet, you're going to get mad about it every time, knowing that they're not going to do it. No matter how many times. They're just not going to do it. Can you see how kind of petty I am? I have a lot of obsessive compulsive disorders. In the sense of, you could say it's perfectionism, but it's just orderly. There's so much chaos in my life. There's certain things I like to just be in order, which is just the simplistics. Yeah. Anyways. Alright, now we're dealing with everything else. Okay, did you hear all your issues? I'll make a list after the fucking video. Clean out one piece of the closet, and here comes all kinds of fucking dust balls. Alright, anyways. That's what I said to Bobby. I was like, God says I'm being rigid with you, and I don't want to compromise, but I'm willing to compromise. If I get what I want out of this, then I'll do this. You can still be married, as long as you meet my demands. Okay, what do you want? I want to have sex under the full moon up in the mountains. Why can't you just come to my hotel? Because I don't want to. I had a vision that your wife would catch me there. Why was that so difficult? It became an unrealistic thing. You're being unreasonable. No, I'm not. I'm being fantasy-like. Why can't you just meet my fantasies? I'm meeting yours, aren't I? Jesus. Why is this all about you? What about my needs? It's exactly how I started that conversation. God says I'm being rigid, and I don't want to, and I need to compromise, and I don't want to. He tells me when I need to compromise, and I'm being an asshole. We may get angrier and angrier over time and end up feeling cut off from our heart energy. Meaning, this pissed me off. I should have just done it myself. You probably should have, instead of asking for help. Or at least accept the help that they give you, even though it's not as good. That's really an irritating thing my whole life. The ex-husband couldn't fold clothes either. They just don't do it right, so I have to do it. If I want it done my way, I have to do it my way. I can't teach my way to someone. That sucks. Doesn't that, though? Otherwise, I just have to accept their way. No, I'll do it my way. Forget it. Really, it doesn't matter. I should probably only fold my own clothes, because I'm not really digging in their fucking dressers. What if on some level we have a hand in setting ourselves up by trusting the wrong people, or holding a belief system that all those bad things surely will happen to me? Usually our physical manifestation ends up matching our inner beliefs. If we feel we are no good, or we are told that over and over as a child, our belief system about ourselves will manifest. People around us will treat us as if we are no good. The dolphin says that most of us have lessons about love. What says that most of us have lessons about love? We need to clear the old cobwebs. Isn't that the word I just said? No, I said, what did I say? Lint balls? I don't know. I think I said cobwebs. Out of our heart and get in there and repair the cracks, tears, and bruises. That's it. Cleaning out your closet. We gotta clean out the chakras, bro. Win. Every day. Really? Yeah, just when you cleaned it out, there's another dust particle. Yep. When there comes my OCD. I got it. That's what I do when I'm very upset. I violently clean. Really? Yeah, it makes me feel good. Where'd that come from? My mom was a professional housekeeper that used to beat the shit out of me if I didn't keep the house clean. I'm so full of fucking trauma. I got it from my mama. Alright, move on. Then we need to really love... Sorry, it's just... Fuck. What do you want me to say? I'm fucked up, bro. I didn't even know I was this fucked up. I'm trying to deal with it, but the shit just... You see that? I cleared one thing out, and I found out I got a lot more problems. The good part is I work on my problems. I'm not just a problem person. As soon as I discover there's a problem, I get to it. That's what makes me unique and important. It's like I don't just sit around fucked up. I didn't even know I was fucked up. Let me fix this. I don't want to be fucked up for life. That was the whole point. I woke up, I was like, oh fuck, I'm crazy. I need to work on this. Alright, let's figure this out here. I didn't have somebody to fix me. I had to fix me. I have to fix me. For you? No, for me. You might like to fix me, but I need to do this. This is serious shit. Anyways. Then we need to really love ourselves before we see manifestations of love, trust, and goodness all around us. Think of the dolphins who already live in a pod of society which assumes an abundance of unconditional love. In this school of life, other people who seem to have the power to either cause us happiness or grief are really just mirrors. Sometimes the other person or mirror will surprise us by changing as we change, reflecting our change. That would be surprising. At other times, the other person can't keep peace with our changes and stays mirrored in their own pain, resistance, and dysfunction. If they can't move and transform with us, then we will have to move on, releasing them with love. We may have to empty ourselves and go void, so that eventually we will grow towards the season in which we can be refilled with happier energy. And that's where we are. I had to move on and transform and release them with love. And then we end up in a place of emptiness. It is. You feel very empty. The detachment is an empty feeling. Don't think that it's easy. You do this because you know it's the right thing to do. Don't pretend like you won't have harsh feelings about it. The feelings are raw. They hurt. Al makes all kinds of great songs about it, how he can't let it go. I don't know how long ago he got dumped, but he really hasn't accepted it. He hasn't accepted that it didn't work. It's not that you weren't good enough, it's just it wasn't made to work. And yeah, it was your first one. You sound like fucking Eminem, bro. You look like me. Like you want to make the one and done. Like you just got it. Like you're gonna be the perfect lover the first time out the gate. You're gonna make someone happy and they're gonna make you happy and this is gonna be your happily ever after. Bro, do you see my sickness? You're playing out this sickness, bro. It's gonna take us some time to figure out what makes us happy. Not a bunch of people, but that interaction with people. And the closeness is more. You know what I mean? The difference between... You guys haven't even lived with someone yet. You're not even ready to get into that kind of levels. You're still scared of the first levels, which is what? The day after? You got a long ways to go before you can have, lifetimes of love. When you can't make it till the day after, you're only thinking about tonight, and you gotta go home. you're not manifesting from a good place, and that's kind of the same thing. That's where I was. I didn't want a husband. I just wanted someone to make me feel good, bro. I was scared of bringing someone home to my children, to playing that role again. We may have to empty ourselves and go void, so that eventually we will grow towards the season in which we can be refilled with a happier energy. When we take the time to meditate and reflect honestly, we can make our decisions and learn our lessons in clarity and compassion. Our prayers can help us align with divine forces or physical and emotional help to assist I'm squeezing that cup. To assist us in dealing with the bumpy parts of our lessons. What may be a difficult lesson today may be a great adventure tomorrow. See how long that is? I'm not going to read another one. It took us an hour and 15 minutes to get through the lesson. That means we'll have one for tomorrow. Really? Yeah, the sound of music will be better tomorrow. Let's just see what it starts with. I'm interested. Good work of light. I'm working on it. And then I got all that. You know, as soon as I'm done working on me, I have to do all of this spiritual work now. Which is what? Bring it out to the 3D. And the spiritual celebration of, let's get back to work. That was dumb. I spent all this time just to get back to work. My reward is more work. That's bullshit. Sounds like this earthly realm. And that's where it is now. I'll sit in the void and I'll celebrate my success of finally learning a fucked up lesson. And that's really what it is. Your fucking trophy means shit. My peace is what I get out of this. Close encounter. That was a close encounter. I almost slept with him. I was willing. I almost did that again. I would have forgot, hopefully. Feeling or hearing music resembling the sensation and vibration of a heavenly space. That's exactly what I prayed, or I shared. What's the song? It's called Jesus Culture. It's called Holy Spirit. I promise you, it's a heavy, activating song. I used to sing it on my porch. You know what I mean? Calling in the Holy Spirit. I've done it many times here. It's a song that you sing in church to call in the Holy Spirit. That's literally what you're doing. You're calling him in. The song is called Holy Spirit, You Are Welcome Here. Come flood this place and fill the atmosphere. Your glory, God, is what our hearts long for. To be overcome by your presence, Lord. Really? Those are the kind of praises you're supposed to be singing. It's a beautiful song. And that's really what it is you're singing God's praises. I'm calling you in, like the seraphim. I need you, God. And you did that by prayer or by song. You did it by song. And that's any ancient religion, any religion should teach you that. You use your hymns, you call in the Spirit using music. Drums, tambourines, clapping, anything. You get in the vibration of the Spirit and you call it in. The music and rhythm that we have inside our bodies, the sound current that flows through the universe, the sound currents or celestial music which mystics hear when the door to heaven cracks open, or the veil between the physical and spiritual world becomes thin. Tones as they relate to our energy. Yeah, you're tone deaf is what I heard. And that's what it is. I'm with the seraphim. All I can hear is God's praises. Really? Congratulations, you made it to the top. Only to come back down the mountain. But that's really what it is the frequencies, the tones you hear when the heavens doors. And that's why it is I hear all this music. You hear it. I channel music all the time. I can hear it. That's what I said. It's nothing but music up there. Really? The sounds of heaven. They got some great tunes. Really? I tell you, you hear me singing songs all the time. Where do you think they come from? I'm just a whole DJ system. I'm like the cable guy to music. I mean, kind of. It's like it's all embedded in me. It does. It triggers out. I have no memories, dickheads. How can I remember songs and can't remember my fucking children? Can't remember anything else. Why? Because those songs are being played in the heavens. My memories are not. And the songs that I'm singing are typically not on the radio anymore anyways. But as you can see, that was my happiness. So naturally, that's where I do, is I bring that happiness down. Every time I say something, they've got a song and dance to it. I'm like, all right, I'm not singing that song. Okay, I hear that song. I'm hearing the song. That's what you hear. which is what? The Sounds of Heaven. Go DJ, that's my D. That's what makes me such an amazing singer and songwriter. Where do I get it from? The angels. That's it. You get it from. They talk to me directly. While you sit there and try to meditate on a lyric. Hey, you know, Russell, you fucking irritate the fucking very flesh. I just want to remind you every day of my life. You bother my flesh. He said he was going to release this song after he writes the second verse. Bitch, you told people that you had fucking all these songs ready for this, you had all these songs stacked up, and then you come out with this song that you don't even have finished. You only write 2 verses to every song. It goes hook, verse, outro. That is the basic outline of your basic bullshit. And you basically didn't even finish the job. You don't even have a second verse to this. You don't even know what this song is about yet. And you're trying to sell it to people. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. I told you. I got a message for you, alright? God, he's such an idiot, isn't he? What an idiot. Like, oh, you're going to love the song. What's it about? I'll let you know when I finish it. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. He's already calling for artwork. He doesn't even know what the song is about. How long does it take to write a fucking verse? You've been fucking recording music for fucking 20 years. Are you serious right now? I could write a verse to that bullshit. Drop the beat. What an idiot. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Hey, that would be my other twin flame. Obviously, I'm back in the dark. God, am I ever going to find the light away from you guys? Alright, why am I calling in fuckboys? Well, we figured that out. Can I hang up the phone? That number has been currently disconnected. I'm trying to call in a higher level of love than this. I was disappointed because, you know, Wolfman, you're not ready to settle down. Well, the fuck you are either. Look at you. You're a whole mess. Oh, I guess you're right there. Want to have fun? As I said, I ended up going right back to the same. I was like, no, I could have fucked him instead of fucking with you. That's all I was supposed to do. That's what I said. You guys were just supposed to be my sex partners. You're supposed to be my fuckboys. God damn it. You're not even doing the job. Why? Because I want more than that. If all I wanted was sex, we would have had that by now. And that's the truth. And I said that a million times. If I wanted him, I could have him. But I don't want him like this. That's the same thing to Russ. I think I can't fucking call that bastard in. It's when I put all that love shit in and he's not going for it. I could dangle Russ with nothing more than a carrot of success. It didn't even take no pussy to get Russ. Just tell him, hey, I can make him a celebrity overnight. He'll be here real quick. So funny. He wants my celebrity status. And he's the real celebrity. He's such a weirdo. I think it's funny. Do I want your status? Hell no. The status quo is no good. I can't cash in your status. What am I going to do with you and your fucking 4.2 million fucking unhealed followers? That's like trying to fucking save the world with a bunch of stans. They're angry and they hate the world. How are they going to help me? Looking at Marshall. How are you going to help me? Oh, man. Thanks, God. You gave me a bunch of winners here. Fucking bench warmers, as I call them. And she had upon her head 12 stars. Is that what you call them? These Hollywood fucking stars of fame? I call it the walk of shame, but sure, I guess. You guys didn't know what you saw when you were looking into the future. I mean, I guess they look all shiny and shit, but they're lying to you. They're big, shiny pieces of shit. These aren't stars, I guess, according to America. Lewis, you're a star among the whole world. But damn it, you're not helping me change the world. You're not like, you know, a star upon my crown. Like a fallen fucking ball of gas that hit the ground. I'm just kidding. I love you. That was maybe too soon. Maybe not. It's never too soon to make you face yourself. What are you going to do, Lewis? What are you going to do with your lives, guys? You're going to keep patterning? You can keep going around that circle, Lewis? Talking about going around circles. He literally has been driving the same circles. He could drive them in his sleep. Literally. he's been simulating this life experience for a long time here. The only thing he knows is those circles. He stays swimming in his circles. I heard close the circle. It's a magical act. Close it. Hey, I love you guys. Tomorrow's Tuesday. You're gonna have to take some action with the truth that you know. I already took action. What'd you do? I blocked him. Why? I don't know. It helps me have some space to heal me. And in essence, I mean, I didn't need to block him to tell him no. Really, I'm waiting for you to call back so I can tell you to your face. You're a piece of shit. That's not helpful. Let's just stop this now. I don't need the last word. I'm really good at that. I do that to you all the time. I don't need the last word. The last word was no. No more. And we'll leave it at that. In the essence, I don't want to do this no more. And I told him that a million times. And he doesn't trust me any more than he, because I have way more options than he ever did. Why? Because I'm actually single. And I'm a single and attractive and available and, you know, living the best of my life. So that could be very intimidating to any man that doesn't know he can hold me down and is insecure of his manhood and that he has to compare it with other men. And that's always been his thing. He can't compare to the other men in my life, so he doesn't even try. I mean, that's not why I didn't fuck with you. I could squash that wife of yours real quick. She's a fucking dirty version of whatever God thought would be a good woman. In the essence, you keep that good life. And that could be it too. You know what I mean? Like, you might need to just heal and go heal your relationship and stay happy there. You signed up for that shit, bro. And if you did, you came from either a hurt place where she made you happy or a happy place where she made you happy. Go back to that place, I suppose. That's not a place that I'm at. I can't say it was fun while it lasted, but I learned a lot, and I'm grateful for the experience, which was nothing more than a bunch of huge mistakes, I think, on my part, but I learned well. And that's a sad thing, because then I'm just stuck here with, well, all that time, and you are no closer to a dude now. Hey, but I know why. I just didn't, you know, the why is more important than the what. What have you been doing? Not what have I been doing, it's why have I been doing this. It's not what did you do, it's why did you do this. And that's where the understanding has to come. And you know, Carl Jung said something in that video, Bobby. I'm not your mistake. I'm not anybody's mistake. And that's what you're going to tell everyone when this is all over. She was just a mistake that I made. That's what you'll tell your wife. That's what you'll tell yourself. Just a mistake. I'm not a mistake. That was an experience. Something you should have learned from. But I wasn't a mistake, and neither were you. Nothing in life is a mistake. Something that you should look at as a fuck up. It's only a fuck up if you don't learn, and you just keep fucking up. But I'm not your mistake. Your mistake was getting married when you weren't ready. And I've made that mistake myself. I'm going to try not to do that this time. Hey, love you guys. Laters. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye and bye-bye.